Can you think of anything that shouldn't be questioned?
No, everything should be questioned.
Then how come you're not on the strongly disagree line?
You're right.
Okay. Okay, pretty simple. So don't move until I say move. Everybody got it? Got it. Okay. We're going to do the claim. Some beliefs should never be questioned. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, move. Okay. Tell us why you disagree that some beliefs should never be questioned. Tell him way over there.
So listen, I believe that every thought is something that is learned, right? And so just because you learn it doesn't mean it's actually true. So if you don't ever question it, you don't never know if it's right or wrong, or if that's what you really believe because you never questioned it before.
So you think questioning is important to find the truth?
Your truth, because everyone's truth is different.
Okay, so you think questioning is important to find your truth?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm coming back to you. Why do you agree? Tell the people on that side, which is those four mostly. Right?
I think,
Yeah.
especially like from a religious standpoint, from history, that I don't know. I don't think things that have been believed forever, not to say I don't like change, but things that have been believed forever and ever, I think are solid and shouldn't be changed.
What if one person has believed, their culture has believed things for like 1,000 years, like Christianity, and other cultures believe things for 1,000 years, like, Islam. Is someone wrong in that circumstance?
I think probably so, but who knows who's wrong and who's right over all this period of time.
Would questioning be a way to figure out who's wrong and who's right?
Yeah, I would say so, but I don't know what that would be. Like, who determines what is right and wrong? I think that's why probably there's like wars today over the same thing.
So if questioning is a way to figure out who's right and who's wrong, how come you're on the agree and not the neutral or disagrees slightly?
I'm more, I don't know, just from history, from a history standpoint, maybe religious standpoint, I'm more on tradition. But I understand, like, you bring up Muslim and like Christians, that since beginning of time, I think there's always been differences. I don't know who says who's right now and wrong. I think that's why people argue all the time.
Okay, why are you on the neutral?
Because I'm very unsure of what to think.
Tell them back there. Why are you unsure what to think? How come you're unsure what to think?
I don't know.
That's always a good answer. That's a great answer. So are you willing, if you can hear arguments from people here, are you willing to be persuaded to move one line to the left or one line to the right?
Heck yeah, I can be persuaded.
Okay.
Yeah.
What could you say to persuade her to move one line?
I think this debate right here shows it for itself, that we have to question things. Even with the standpoint of history, we've been taught that perspectives have changed and things throughout history has not always been right. And so as a culture, we've adapted and made changes, but without questioning those beliefs to see whether they're right or wrong, we don't know that. So we have to ask the question to validate your beliefs. And so I think beliefs are something that's personal. So everyone has, it's not to persuade anyone that their beliefs are wrong. It's just to validate that what they believe is their truth.
Okay, everything you said to me seems like you should be on the disagree, unless I misunderstood.
After hearing all the conversation, I think I would step to it.
Well, then you're free as long as you commit to the full line. Okay, what are your thoughts there, sir?
My thoughts on all this is there's all kinds of information, and I'm sure that through all the course of time, we haven't either properly collected that information, heard it properly. The facts, I mean, who knows what the facts are? I mean, she thinks something, Paul thinks something, whatever, but you might not get the right information. Maybe you don't like what you are believing in, but it's the whole facts. How do we know all the facts?
And you're saying to get more facts, you have to be allowed to ask questions.
Maybe questions, but I mean, I think it's maybe it's too late for questions. Maybe those people that had the right answers are, centuries dead.
How would you know what questions not to ask?
I would never know. I don't know that.
Okay, then if that's true, then why shouldn't you be on the disagree?
I don't know that either. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what kind of questions there would be to ask. I mean, we only know what.
So you
we've
have
heard.
to be open to asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're really open to asking questions, you have to be on the disagree line
Very strongly
to disagree, because some beliefs should never be questioned. And if you don't know
Is
what,
that right or is that wrong?
well, I'm asking you.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, if you don't know, then you should be on the neutral.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Well, then why are you on the why are you on the slight disagree?
Just for the information that we don't have. I
Okay.
don't know what we have and don't have. I don't know
Okay.
if it's right.
All right, what do you think about all this?
I think as humans, we're always wondering why anyway. If you see a doorway that's open, you're going to go find out why, right? No matter if it's been there for 100 years or 200 years, you're going to go find out what's behind it. It's natural instinct. So I think there's just some sort of a reason we need to find out why, or for ourselves,
Are there any things that shouldn't be questioned?
I mean, I'm sure there are some, but
Can you
still,
think of one?
as a natural human, you're going to wonder why if you're being told something that's new to you,
Okay, can you think of anything that shouldn't be questioned?
No, everything should be questioned.
Then how come you're not on the strongly disagree line?
You're right.
Okay. Can you think of anything that shouldn't be questioned?
For me personally, I would say my religion shouldn't be questioned for me, because that's just my truth and what I believe. But if I had any doubts, or if someone else had doubts, then they may have questions. So there are areas personally for me that I wouldn't question or expect other people to judge or make decisions on. But it's because I've done the truth to find it for myself.
Okay, let's say that somebody else is in another part of the world. Let's say that your religion is true,
Okay.
like objectively, whatever it is. And
Right.
let's say that somebody else is in another part of the world who believes a different religion, and that means they're going to go to hell for eternity. Should they question it?
Yes.
And wouldn't they be in the right if they said the same thing about you, if their religion was true?
Yes.
So then you should be able to question your own religion, and you should question your religion to figure out if it's true.
I think those have already been established, though. I will say early on, you should validate what you feel. Yes, you should validate your religion for truth as yourself and find that truth within yourself on what you believe. But after that is established, that's where I think some of
Can that be fully established with certainty?
it's a journey. I mean, there's some things that I would not question. And we look at history.
Like what? What would you not question?
History time said that, Black people were not humans.
But you,
Or
no, what
were
if there's some
considered
things you not question?
I wouldn't question that. Black people are humans.
Oh, I see. I misunderstood.
Right.
I thought you said in history.
But
Okay.
but in history, there was a time where Black people were not considered humans. They
And-
were considered property.
And they were told, I'm not a historian, but I assume they were told not to question that.
Correct.
So it was a good thing that they questioned that.
Correct. Which is why I'm on the disagree.
So you're saying that the only thing that shouldn't be questioned is your religion.
For me, I wouldn't want someone questioning, drilling me about my religion because I stand firm in what I believe in.
But I've been drilling you about your religion for 5 minutes now.
Not about my religion. You've just been drilling me about whether it can be questioned. Can it be questioned?
I don't know. It can be.
It can be.
But you don't want it to be.
But should it be is a different
Well,
question.
should it be?
If you have questions and I can provide you answers for greater insights, but my religion is not going to change based on your questioning.
Okay. Is anything anybody on that half said persuaded you to move?
I don't think anyone's convinced me, so I don't know.
No, nobody's convinced you.
No.
Okay, so we have a young person here. She's on the neutral line. What's your best argument to persuade her to move one line to the slightly agree about whether or not there should be beliefs that are not questioned? Give her your best.
I think it's funny that this fine lady right here
Over
is
there?
on the disagree,
Okay.
and I'm on the agree.
Okay.
And I agree with a lot of what she said. With religion, she believes in her religion, as I believe in my religion. And if somebody tried to dissuade me, I think I'm old enough now. Nobody's going to dissuade me of what I believe, but I'm open to what other people believe. And I don't know. I think it's funny that she's over there and I'm over here, but we have the same ideas.
Yeah.
And the any race issue, I think, is brought up a lot, which I think I understand from our history of where you're coming from with that. But I think it's odd that most white people, or, you know, all of us, we're from Kansas City, totally don't believe any of that. Like, we look at everybody as one, you know, we're all here together. And I think race is brought into so many issues that for us, it's not an issue, but for a lot of people, it's an issue. And I see why from the past is horrible, but we don't look at it like that.
So, okay, so you I wanted you to persuade her, but you just stay, because I'm coming back to you. So you agree with every single thing she says. So she's willing to be questioned about, and I don't want to put words in your mouth. So please tell me if this isn't correct. Okay, please. You want everything to be questioned except your religion, and that's why you're not on the strongly. Okay. So are you saying that you believe that you are willing to question everything except your religion, but because religion is a big part of your life, you're standing on the agree? Is that what you mean? Did I get that right?
Pretty much, yes. Not to say that you don't. I believe in questioning other things, like the planet is so big, just like us being here today, seeing a whole world that we've never seen before, history. And
if you took religion out of the equation, where would you be?
State the question again that you said.
The question is, some beliefs should not be challenged.
I think the main reason I came this way was religion.
So let's say, take religion out of the equation, say exempting religious beliefs, some beliefs should not be challenged. Where would you be?
Maybe slightly this way, a little more.
Okay. Where would you be if you took religion out? Would you be on the strongly disagree with her?
Yes.
So religion for you is the main, and him is the main thing that's preventing you from moving.
And let me clarify. It's not that religion can't be questioned. For me, I stand firmly on, I don't think people should question my religion as valid for me. So as my personal choice. But people can ask questions about my religion.
Okay, I got it. Okay. Yeah. So let's come back to you now. So everybody needs to pay attention, because I'm going to ask all of you, what would you need to hear from them to move you one line over? And what would you need to hear from him to move you one line over? Tell them what you would need to hear to move you to one line over.
I have no idea. I really don't.
You don't know?
No.
Okay, so tell him, what would it take to move you one line over that way?
I don't know. I'm the same with religion. I'm really religious. So I guess with that, it makes a lot of sense with religion, but I really don't. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
But I just say what I just said.
If your religion was false, would you want to know it?
Would I want to know what? If it's false?
Yeah, if it's false, would you want to know?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's a fair answer.
That's a good question.
Would you want to know if your religion is false? Would you want to know?
If you believe in heaven and hell, and if I were wrong,
Yeah.
and I could get to heaven, absolutely yes.
If your religion was false, would you want to know?
Yes.
I can bet what you're going to say. If your religion is false, would you want to know?
Absolutely.
I knew you were going to say that. If your religion, I don't know if you're religious or not.
Yes, I am, but
Would you want to know?
who's going to tell me, and where'd they get the information?
That's a great question.
Just like we went to the what is it? The fort today. Why are we going there? We're trying to get a little information, look at some of the details, and look at, the heights and all that. How do you find it? Who's telling me that information?
Yeah.
How do I know
We're
what
basing our
happened there?
information off of people that thought that information that was based off of people before them. So, who's to say what's what?
Because somebody could be pissed and tell you the wrong information. Me, them, Paul, anybody.
That's
How do you?
So then it should not be questioned.
I think it should be questioned. You should know where are they getting the information? How'd they get it? How long ago have they known it?
So if someone's religion is false, because to me it seems like whether or not we should challenge beliefs, and if I'm wrong, let me know, is come down to we should challenge beliefs, but most people, not everyone, say we should challenge beliefs unless they're religious beliefs. If you want to know what's true, then we have to be able to question religious beliefs, right?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I agree.
But where do you get it? Yeah, who's to say what's what?
What?
If someone wants to know if their religion is false, then they would have to be able to have their religion questioned. Other people would, then they would have to engage in a process of questioning to figure out so they could know if it's false. Because how else would they know it's false?
I don't know. I don't know how they would know. That's why I wouldn't believe them, because they can't prove it to me. If it is false, they'd have to have some dang good information. But
Okay. I'm going to give you the last word.
Oh, goody. Lay it on me. What do you want to know?
Well, I don't know. I was just going to say, she's neutral.
Yeah.
Is there anything you think that, I don't know if you know her or what, but is there anything that you can say that you think might vibe with her to move her one line over?
I think just because we know each other,
Oh, who knows each other? You?
all
you
four of
four,
us
okay.
know each other. So I kind of know her history background, or a little bit. I know their history background.
Okay.
So, like our religion is one of the oldest in the world.
Okay.
So we've got history on our side.
Is it being older make it more likely to be true?
For history, I think as it's handed down, yes, instead of something that began, say, 100 years ago, like out of the
Mormonism.
I wasn't going to say that, but
Okay,
I would say,
whatever.
okay, that's fair to say. Not they believe what they believe, and that's great. I think the goal for religion is to be the best person that you can be
Okay.
for everybody and other people, and do the best that you can do and live.
And questioning doesn't play a role in that?
It doesn't for me. Like this lady said, for her religion, whether she's been brought up as a child from it or whatever, but she believes it. And I don't think we want to be questioned on it. We do get questioned on it.
And you don't like that?
I'd listen, I'm open, but I'm stubborn, and
All right.
I was raised with it. So it'd be hard to change my mind.
All right. Well, hey, listen, I want to thank everybody. I just want a couple of comments. I don't usually make comments after these, but I'm gonna make comment. I thought this was a super interesting conversation because everybody seemed willing to question stuff, but it was the religious thing that was really the sticking point. And I thought that was really interesting. It was like, nobody said, well, I don't want to question a moral issue, or I don't want to question, whether I love my, son or something. There's nothing like that. It was very interesting to me, the fact that the conversation, the sticking point in the lines was one particular kind of question. And I thought that was super interesting.
Out of all this, what do you feel like things are based on? Belief? A single belief? Many beliefs? What do you feel?
What do you mean things are based on? What do you mean?
Like religion, is it a single thing?
Oh,
What is it for you?
So I've literally spent 40 years thinking about that and writing about it and publishing on it. And so maybe you were asked the right person or the wrong person. I don't know. But I think it's a bunch of things. I think it's culture, because I think if somebody is born in a different culture, we have people who intensely believe, and I think it's frankly idiotic to say that somebody born in a different culture they don't actually believe their religion. Of course, they actually believe their religion.
Otherwise, it would be asked.
Yeah, so I think that's a piece of it. I think another piece of it is that community. So I think the what people want more than to be right or wrong is to belong and to be loved, to be members of a community. And I think religious communities do that in a way that in a way that bowling communities don't do that, and other communities don't do that. Or even cruise ships, you can make friends, but it's very different from a religious community. And the third thing I think is really important is that everybody, unless have some kind of a psychopathy, you want to be a good person. Everybody wants to be a good person. And many people think, well, the way to be a good person is to believe these things. These are good things. Good people believe these. I'm a good person. I believe these. So I think it's a combination of culture, belief, belonging, community, all of these things that increase people's confidence in religious beliefs in particular.
There it is.
This is fun.
That's good.
This is
You did a
fun.
good job
Yeah.
on orient. This is good.
Oh,
You did
thanks.
a good job on
Oh, thank you.
orienting the
Thank
whole
you.
thing and
Thank you.
these fellas. How do we get on the YouTube thing? How do we look it up?
Yeah, the last one was the most important criteria for my beliefs is that they match reality. So you could think about that. But yeah, write down the name on the thing. Yeah, it was a fun group. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Nice to meet you guys.
Oh,
That's what it's about right
that's
there.
right. That's what it's about right there. That's
Telling
what
you.
it's about right there.